Most men try to win women over with charm, money, effort, but the ones who truly captivate them, they know something deeper. Hidden inside every woman are emotional triggers she doesn't even see, vulnerabilities that make her crave a man without knowing why. This isn't about being louder, it's about being sharper. Today, I'm going to expose 10 of those hidden weaknesses, subtle psychological openings that bypass logic and pull her in without effort. Learn to use them, and she'll feel drawn to you in ways she can't explain. 1. Emotional certainty. A woman doesn't fall for the man who excites her. She falls for the one who calms her storm. Her emotions guide her reality, not logic, not reason, feeling. And deep down, she's drawn to a man who feels like emotional gravity. When she gets reactive or cold, she's not just acting out. She's testing you. She wants to see, can you hold your center, or will you collapse under pressure? Most guys panic when she shifts. They over-communicate, over-apologize, over-explain. But every time you try to fix her chaos with emotion, you prove you can't lead it. Emotional certainty means this: you don't react, you don't chase her mood, you remain calm, grounded, stoic. And that calm, it makes her feel something deeper than excitement, safe. The man who becomes her emotional anchor is the one she stops trying to control because she can't afford to lose him. 2. She wants what she can't fully hold. You know what drives her mad with craving? The man she almost has. See, women don't chase what's obvious. They crave what's uncertain. Scarcity creates value, not just with diamonds or luxury cars, but with you. The moment you become fully available, fully revealed, her subconscious says, "I've got him," and her desire starts to decay. But when you pull just slightly out of reach, when you stay centered in your own world, she begins to lean in. A man who creates distance without coldness, mystery without manipulation, becomes addictive. Stop replying instantly. Stop telling her everything you feel. Let her discover you like a slow unravel, because once she thinks she's fully figured you out, the game is over. Stay slightly untouchable, and you'll always stay unforgettable. 3. Your voice is her trigger, your presence, her collapse. Before you even speak, she feels you, not your words, your presence. A deep, steady voice. That's not just attractive, it's primal. Evolution wired her to respond to it, because a deep voice signals something ancient: strength, dominance, fertility. But voice alone isn't enough. It's the man who pairs it with presence, who owns the space he stands in, that truly bends her attraction. You don't fidget, you don't rush, you speak slowly, because your words carry weight. Your eyes don't dart, they lock. And your energy? It settles into the room before you do. Weak presence is noisy, nervous laughs, fast speech, collapsed posture. Strong presence is still, controlled. She can't explain it. But when you walk in like you're built from stone, her body reacts before her mind understands. Master your presence, and you'll never need to prove a thing again. 4. She only fears the man who walks. Want to trigger a woman's deepest fear? Don't raise your voice. Don't argue. Leave. The quietest act holds the loudest power. See, women aren't afraid of losing a man who begs. They're afraid of losing the one who doesn't flinch, who doesn't need them. Most men do the opposite. She pulls back. He panics. He explains. He overtexts. He proves he's still there. But the moment she feels that desperation, her attraction dies. A man who walks away without a word says everything. He doesn't need her to see his value. His silence says, "You don't define me. You're not my reward. I won't negotiate my self-worth." And that terrifies her, Because if a man is willing to walk, it means he was never begging to stay. She'll chase what respects itself, but she'll ghost what clings. So remember this: a man who walks once never has to chase again. 5. A man with a mission isn't replaceable. Her deepest weakness isn't your money. It's not your looks. It's not your charm. It's your mission. The man who becomes her obsession is the man she can't interrupt. See, when you're chasing your vision, you become harder to reach. Not emotionally unavailable, but emotionally prioritized. Women feel this on a cellular level. You're not sitting around waiting on her reply. You're not checking your phone like it holds your worth. You're building, creating, moving. And when she feels that momentum, she wants in. Most men, they make her the mission. They drop everything to keep her happy. And it works, until she realizes she's his only purpose. That's not love to her. That's pressure. And pressure kills attraction. The man with a mission doesn't revolve around her. He makes her orbit his world. So ask yourself this: what are you building that she can admire, join, and never control? Because once you lock into your path, she'll either fall in line or fall behind. If you've made it this far, you already feel the shift. You're not here to chase women. You're here to understand the game and play it with power. So if you're ready to master this, not just know it, live it, hit that like button to push this message to more men. Drop a comment below if you've ever felt this power build inside you, but didn't know how to use it. And subscribe, because the next points in this video are where the real female breakdown begins. 6. Controlled vulnerability is her obsession. Here's the paradox she'll never admit. She craves your vulnerability, but only if you stay strong while giving it. Too much? You're weak. Too little? You're cold. She wants the sweet spot, and only a man with real control knows how to land there. You don't spill your emotions to gain sympathy. You reveal depth when it serves your frame. You share the battle scars, but only after you've won the war. You let her feel the weight you carry without making her carry it for you. This makes her feel chosen, not burdened, special, not smothered. Overshare too soon. You kill the mystery, seek reassurance from her. You become the child, not the man. Your emotions should be like the ocean, visible in moments, but too deep for her to ever fully touch. And when she realizes you can open up, but choose not to unless she earns it, that's when the obsession begins. 7. Her tests aren't games, they're gut checks. She won't say it, she may not even realize it, but every woman you deal with is testing your strength, not because she wants to, but because she has to. She'll question your opinions just to see if you fold. She'll create tension out of thin air just to watch how you handle heat. She'll pull away, go cold, act detached, not to destroy you, but to see if you destroy yourself trying to fix it. And here's the brutal truth. Most men fail. They chase, they explain, they break. But you don't flinch. You smile, you stay calm, you hold frame, because you know what's really going on. These aren't games, they're filters. She's not looking for perfection. She's looking for proof that you won't collapse when she pushes. The moment you pass her test, you stop being replaceable. You become the one she respects, even when she doesn't understand why. 8. Rejection only hurts the weak. Most men crumble at rejection, but a high-value man, he doesn't even blink. She ignores your message. You smile. She says she's not interested. You laugh, nod, and walk away like you've got a better appointment waiting, because you know something she doesn't. Rejection isn't personal. It's a mirror. And the men who fear rejection, they're the ones who need approval. They're begging to be chosen, and women can smell it from a mile away. But when you treat rejection like a breeze, when you can brush it off with effortless calm, you become untouchable. Why? Because it shows you're not afraid to lose. And that's what makes you dangerous. The moment you stop chasing acceptance, women start chasing you. Because nothing is more attractive than a man whose self-worth can't be shaken. Not by a glance, not by silence, not even by her walking away. 9. Mystery fuels her obsession. If she always knows where she stands with you, she'll stop chasing you. Because the moment a woman stops wondering, she starts forgetting. Women don't fantasize about men who are predictable. They crave the ones they can't quite figure out. Not because they enjoy confusion, but because mystery sparks imagination. And imagination is where obsession lives. Texting back instantly, oversharing your feelings on day 2, telling her you miss her every hour. You're not being sweet, you're just being readable. And once she's finished reading, she puts the book down. But the man who reveals himself slowly, who answers when he chooses, who leaves small pieces unexplained, he becomes unforgettable. You don't have to be distant, just unpredictable. Keep her curious, keep her guessing, make her work to understand you. Because the men who keep their emotions locked behind calm eyes, they live rent-free in her mind. 10. The man who doesn't chase is chased. A man ruled by his urges is a slave. To lust, to approval, to whatever woman shows him a little attention. And women can smell that desperation miles away. But the man who controls his desires, that man becomes untouchable. He doesn't need validation, he doesn't beg for intimacy, and he damn sure doesn't chase. Most men give up their power in seconds, all because they can't say no to a pretty face, to a late-night text, to the pull of temporary pleasure. But the man who can hold back, who chooses standards over impulses, who stays focused on his mission even when temptation calls, that man becomes rare, desired, remembered. Because women aren't obsessed with the man who gives in. They're obsessed with the one who doesn't flinch. She might throw herself at you, but when you say, "Not tonight," and get back to your purpose, she'll crave you 10 times harder. That's not a trick. It's mastery. And once you master yourself, you control everything. If this hit something real for you, don't just sit with it, like the video to lock it in. Drop a comment with the part that exposed the truth the most. And if you want to understand the female mind deeper than 99% of men, subscribe now. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and never chase.